Welcome back to Top Coin. Hey there, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Have you ever checked your pocket change and wondered if that ordinary-looking quarter might be worth a fortune? Well, today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1991 United States quarter dollar. From its intriguing history to its hidden treasures, we'll uncover rare errors, key minting details, and the shocking prices some of these coins have fetched in auctions. So make sure to watch until the very end. You might just be holding a small fortune in your hands. Before we talk about values and rare varieties, let's take a quick journey back in time. The quarter dollar, as we know it today, traces its origins back to 1796 when the very first U.S. quarter was struck. Over the years, the design evolved, and in 1932, the Washington quarter was introduced to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. This design, created by John Flanagan, became a staple of American currency and is still used today. The 1991 Washington quarter continued this legacy. It was struck at 3 U.S. mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint played a significant role in shaping the quarter you might have in your collection today. But here's where things get interesting. Some of these coins are not just worth 25 cents. They can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars under the right conditions. All right. Now let's talk about what makes some 1991 quarters extremely valuable. You see, mistakes happen at the mint, and when they do, collectors go crazy for them. Here are some rare varieties and errors to look out for. Double die obverse, DDO. This occurs when the coin's design is accidentally struck twice, creating a doubling effect, especially on the inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." If you find one, it could be worth anywhere from $100 to $500, depending on the condition. Off-center strike. If the quarter's design isn't properly centered, leaving part of it missing or misaligned. This error can bring in anywhere from $50 to $1,000 at auctions. No mint mark error. Some Philadelphia minted quarters were mistakenly struck without a mint mark, making them highly collectible. Broad struck error. A coin struck without a collar results in an expanded, flattened shape. This mistake can make a 1991 quarter worth over $200. Wrong planchet error. If a 1991 quarter was accidentally struck on a nickel or dime planchet, it becomes extremely rare and valuable, fetching up to $2,000 or more in auctions. So, how do you know if your 1991 quarter is valuable? It all comes down to grading. Coins are graded on a scale from poor P1 to mint state MS 70. If you have a 1991 quarter in high mint state condition, such as MS 65 or higher, it could be worth anywhere between $5 and $50. But here's the kicker. If you find a rare error coin in MS 67 or higher, it could be worth thousands. In fact, some have sold for over $3,000 at auctions. That's why checking your change and getting your coins graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC can be a game changer. Now, you might be wondering, where can I find these rare 1991 quarters? Well, you don't need to be a millionaire to start collecting. Here are some easy ways to hunt for valuable quarters. Check your pocket change. Rare quarters still circulate, so always inspect your coins carefully. Visit coin shops and flea markets. You never know when you'll stumble upon a rare gem. Go through old coin rolls from banks. Many collectors use coin roll hunting to discover hidden treasures. Attend coin shows and auctions. These are great places to learn and find high-value quarters. The key is patience and knowledge, so keep looking, and you might just hit the jackpot. And there you have it. The 1991 U.S. quarter might seem ordinary, but as you've seen today, it could be hiding a small fortune in your collection. Whether it's a rare error, a high-grade condition, or a mint variety, these coins can be worth way more than just 25 cents. So make sure to check your quarters and share this video with other coin enthusiasts. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin collecting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more amazing coin discoveries. Have you ever found a valuable quarter? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, happy coin hunting and may fortune be in your favor. In today's video, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1989 quarter dollar from the United States. We will discuss its history, key features, errors, and most importantly, how much this coin could be worth today. You may have a hidden gem in your pocket change without even realizing it. So make sure you watch till the end and don't forget to like and subscribe for more exciting numismatic content. Let's get started. To truly appreciate the 1989 quarter dollar, we need to understand its origins and historical context. The U.S. Mint has been producing quarter-dollar coins since 1796, and over the centuries, these coins have evolved in terms of design, composition, and minting techniques. The 1989 Washington quarter is part of the standard Washington quarter series, which was introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The obverse, or front side, of the coin features the iconic left-facing portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The reverse, or back side, of the coin showcases a majestic bald eagle, wings spread, clutching a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength and readiness for defense. Beneath the eagle is a wreath, representing peace. Let's break down the key specifications of this coin. Composition. The 1989 quarter is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it its signature silver-like appearance. Weight. It weighs 5.67 grams. Diameter. The coin has a 24.26 millimeters diameter. Edge. It features a reeded edge, meaning those tiny grooves along the rim help prevent counterfeiting and add to the coin's texture. Mint marks. The 1989 quarter was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D; and San Francisco, S. The San Francisco Mint produced proof coins specifically for collectors. Now, let's talk about the most exciting part: rare errors and valuable variations of the 1989 quarter. Not all coins are struck perfectly, and mint errors can make a coin extremely valuable to collectors. Here are some errors you should look for. Off-center strike. If the coin's design is not perfectly centered, this could significantly increase its value. The more off-center the design, the rarer and more valuable the coin. Double die errors. If the coin has doubling on the lettering or the design, particularly in the words "Liberty" or "In God We Trust," it can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Missing clad layer. Some 1989 quarters were struck without their nickel coating, exposing the copper underneath. This type of error can fetch high prices at auctions. Broad struck error. A coin struck without the collar results in a broader, flattened shape. These errors make the coin unique and desirable. Die cracks and cuts. Small cracks or raised areas caused by die wear can make a coin special. If you find these, hold on to them. Now, let's talk numbers. How much is a 1989 quarter worth in circulation, and what are the record-breaking prices for rare versions? A regular circulated 1989 quarter is worth face value, 25 cents. A mint state, MS65 or higher. Uncirculated 1989 quarter can fetch $5 to $25. Proof coins, S mint mark. Especially deep cameo examples can sell for $15 to $50. Error coins. Some rare mint error coins have been auctioned for over $1,000 to $5,000. You might be wondering, why should I care about a 1989 quarter? Well, believe it or not, rare and valuable coins are still out there in everyday circulation. Many people unknowingly spin these coins without realizing their worth. That's why it's always a good idea to check your change, especially for mint errors or high-grade quarters. Who knows? You could be holding on to a valuable coin without even knowing it. And that wraps up our deep dive into the 1989 quarter dollar. Have you ever found a rare or valuable coin in your pocket change? Let us know in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a future video. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing coins in U.S. history, the 1987 quarter dollar. Is this coin just another ordinary quarter, or could it be worth a small fortune? Stick around because we're about to reveal the secrets behind its value, rarity, and historical significance. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update on valuable coins. Now, let's get started. First, let's take a step back in history to understand how this coin came into circulation and what makes it so special. The quarter dollar, also known simply as the quarter, has been a staple of American currency since 1796. It was first introduced by the U.S. Mint under the Coinage Act of 1792. The quarter has seen multiple design changes over the centuries, but the 1987 quarter is part of the Washington quarter series, first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. The 1987 quarter was minted in Philadelphia, P., Denver, D., and also as a proof coin in San Francisco, S. It features the iconic bust of George Washington on the obverse, designed by John Flanagan, and the majestic American bald eagle on the reverse. During this time, quarters were made from a copper-nickel-clad composition, unlike the pre-1965 silver quarters. However, certain minting errors and special varieties from 1987 have turned this ordinary coin into a collector's dream. Here's a quick look at the mintage figures for the 1987 quarter. Philadelphia Mint, P 582,499,000 minted Denver Mint. D 655,594,000 minted San Francisco Mint. S proof for 1,227,728 minted, not released for circulation. Since so many were produced, you might be wondering, can a 1987 quarter really be worth big money? The answer is yes, but only under certain conditions. Now, let's talk about the valuable versions of this coin. You see, some 1987 quarters have rare errors or unique conditions that make them highly sought after. Here are some key ones to look for. Double die obverse, DDO. Some 1987 quarters exhibit doubling on Washington's profile, the lettering, or the date. If you find a well-defined double die quarter, it could fetch anywhere from $50 to $500 depending on the severity of the error. Off-center strikes. If you come across a 1987 quarter with an off-center strike, where part of the design is missing, it can be worth $100 to $1,000, especially if the date is visible. Missing clad layer. Some 1987 quarters were struck without their outer nickel-clad layer, revealing a copper core. These rare errors can sell for $200 to $1,500. Overstruck quarters. Occasionally, quarters are struck on other coins or blank planchets meant for different denominations. These errors are extremely rare but can be worth thousands of dollars at auctions. In recent years, high-quality 1987 quarters in mint state condition have sold for impressive amounts. For example, a 1987 D quarter graded MS67 by PCGS recently sold for over $1,000. If you have a flawless quarter with sharp details and no scratches, you might be holding a small fortune. So, how can you determine if your 1987 quarter is worth big money? Here are some quick steps. Look for any doubling on the date or letters. Check the rim for off-center strikes. Use a magnet. Quarters are not magnetic. If it sticks, it could be fake. Inspect the coin under a magnifying glass for any missing clad layers or errors. Consider professional grading if you suspect a high-value coin. There you have it, folks. The 1987 quarter might seem like just another coin in your pocket, but rare varieties and errors can make it a collector's jackpot. So, before you spend that change, check your quarters. Who knows? You might be holding a rare and valuable piece of history. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you've ever come across a valuable quarter. Have you ever checked your pocket change and wondered if a simple quarter could be worth big money? Well, today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1986 quarter dollar, a common yet potentially valuable coin. You might be holding a hidden treasure in your hands. Stick around as we explore the rich history, key errors, mint variations, and the real market value of this seemingly ordinary coin. Before we dive into the details of the 1986 quarter dollar, let's take a quick journey through history. The United States quarter has been in circulation since 1796. Originally made of silver, the composition changed over the years due to rising metal costs. In 1965, the U.S. Mint switched from 90% silver to a copper-nickel-clad composition, which is still used today. The Washington quarter design, first introduced in 1932, was created to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. This classic design has remained a staple in American currency for decades. Now, let's focus on the 1986 quarter dollar. Here are some important details you need to know about this coin. Obverse, front side features the iconic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Above his head, you'll see the word Liberty, and below, the year 1986. To the left, the motto, "In God We Trust," is inscribed. Reverse, backside depicts a majestic eagle with its wings spread, holding a bundle of arrows, designed to symbolize strength and readiness for defense. Below, you'll find the words E Pluribus Unum and United States of America quarter dollar. Composition: 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel. Diameter: 24.26 mm. Weight: 5.67 grams. The 1986 quarter was struck at 3 different U.S. Mint locations, each leaving its unique mint mark. Philadelphia Mint. No mint mark produced over 551 million quarters. Denver Mint. D mint mark struck around 504 million quarters. San Francisco Mint. S mint mark, proof coin limited production of about 3 million proof coins, highly sought after by collectors. Most quarters from 1986 are common, but some rare variations, errors, and well-preserved examples can be worth significantly more. Here's where things get interesting. Some 1986 quarters feature unique errors that make them highly collectible and valuable. Let's take a look at the most famous error coins from this year. Double die obverse. DDO. Some 1986 quarters exhibit doubling on the word Liberty or Washington's profile. These errors can fetch $50 to $500 depending on condition. Off-center strikes. Quarters with 10% to 50% off-center errors can be worth $100 to $300 if the date is visible. Clip planchet. If you find a quarter with a missing portion due to an error in the blank cutting process, it could be worth $50 to $200. Missing clad layer. If one side of your 1986 quarter is missing its outer nickel layer, exposing the copper core, it could be worth up to $500. So, before you spin that quarter, take a closer look. It might be worth much more than 25 cents. Now, let's talk about what your 1986 quarter dollar is really worth today. Circulated condition. Most 1986 quarters in regular use are worth face value, 25 cents, unless they have errors. Uncirculated condition. MS 63 or higher can be worth $3 to $15. Proof coins, 1986. As these shiny, mirror-like coins are valued between $5 and $30, depending on condition. High grade, MS 67 and above. The record price for a 1986 P quarter was $2,880, and a 1986 D quarter reached $1,560 at auctions. Rare errors and pristine condition quarters can fetch big money, so always check your pocket change. If you think you found a rare 1986 quarter, follow these steps. Examine your coin. Look for mint marks, errors, and overall condition. Use a magnifying glass. Identify doubling, off-center strikes, or missing layers. Check online price guides. Websites like PCGS, NGC, and eBay listings provide real-time values. Get it graded. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade your coin, increasing its value. Sell smart. Sell your valuable quarter on platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, or coin dealer shops to get the best price. That's a wrap on today's deep dive into the 1986 quarter dollar. Who knew that a simple quarter could hold so much history and value? Make sure to check your coins. You never know what hidden treasure you might find. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest coin collecting videos. Also, comment below. Have you ever found a rare 1986 quarter? Let us know. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your change be full of treasures. Have you ever checked the change in your pocket and wondered if a simple quarter could be worth a fortune? What if I told you that some 1,983 quarters, yes, the ones you might still find in circulation, are fetching big money? In today's video, we will uncover the hidden history, rarity, and shocking value of the 1983 quarter dollar coin. Stay tuned, because you won't want to miss this. To understand why the 1983 quarter is special, we need to dive into its history. The 1983 Washington quarter was minted during an interesting time in U.S. history. The design remained the same as previous years, featuring the familiar portrait of George Washington on the obverse, designed by John Flanagan in 1932. On the reverse, we have the iconic American eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows, and an olive branch. But what makes this coin stand out? Unlike most quarters, the 1983 edition has a unique place in numismatic history for several reasons. First, no U.S. mint sets were issued that year. Normally, the U.S. Mint releases official sets with uncirculated coins for collectors, but in 1983, they skipped the quarter. This means that finding high-quality, uncirculated 1983 quarters is extremely difficult. Most were heavily used in daily transactions, making pristine examples rare. So what makes a 1983 quarter worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? Let's talk about the error coins and high-grade versions that command top dollar at auctions. This error occurs when a die crack runs from the eagle's beak down to its neck, making it look like the eagle is spitting value. Some examples sell for $100 to $300, depending on condition. Coins with doubling on Washington's face or inscriptions fetch a premium price. Value. A high-grade DDO quarter can reach $500 plus. If the coin was misaligned during minting, leaving part of the design missing, it can be worth $200 to $1,000, depending on the degree of the off-center strike. Coins with sharp, well-defined drum lines on the reverse are rare due to weak strikes and fetch premium prices. Some collectors have hit the jackpot with the 1983 quarter. Let's look at some of the most valuable ones ever sold. 1983, PMS 67 plus, mint state 67 or higher, sold for $7,200 at auction. 1983. DMS 66 with sharp details, sold $4 for $600. Rare error coins, like misprinted or off-center strikes, have fetched up to $1, $500 plus. Want to see if you have a valuable 1983 quarter? Here's what to do. Check the mint mark. Look for P. Philadelphia or D. Denver under the date. Examine condition. Coins in near-perfect condition, MS 65 plus, are the most valuable. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass to inspect for die cracks, doubling, or off-center strikes. Weigh the coin. Authentic quarters weigh 5.67 grams. If it's different, it might be a rare planchet error. So, the next time you get change back from a store, check your quarters. A rare 1983 quarter could turn an ordinary day into an unforgettable payday. If you enjoyed this deep dive into numismatics, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more valuable coin discoveries. Also, let us know in the comments, have you ever found a rare coin in your change? Ladies and gentlemen, coin collectors, and history enthusiasts, today we dive deep into the fascinating world of numismatics. Have you ever wondered if that 1979 quarter dollar sitting in your pocket or coin jar could be worth a fortune? Stay tuned as we uncover the hidden treasures in this iconic coin, its history, rarity, and what makes some of these quarters sell for thousands of dollars. The United States quarter dollar has a rich and illustrious history, tracing its origins back to 1796. But today, we focus on the 1979 Washington quarter. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of America's first president, George Washington. The design became so popular that it continued for decades, with only minor modifications. The 1979 quarter dollar features a left-facing portrait of George Washington on the obverse. Surrounding his image, you'll see the inscriptions Liberty at the top and God We Trust on the left, and the date 1979 at the bottom. The reverse, designed by Flanagan, displays a majestic eagle with outstretched wings, clutching a bundle of arrows above an olive branch, symbolizing America's strength and peace. This coin has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, a reeded edge, and weighs 5.67 grams. It's composed of a clad mixture, outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. While the metallic composition makes it a common coin for circulation, there are specific varieties and errors that could make it extremely valuable. The 1979 quarter was minted in 3 different locations, each identified by a mint mark: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark; Denver Mint, D mint mark; San Francisco Mint, S mint mark. Proof coins. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The San Francisco Mint produced proof coins with 2 distinct mint mark varieties, the Type 1, filled, S, and the Type 2, clear, S. The Type 2 variety is rarer and highly sought after by collectors. Some 1979 quarters have unique errors that dramatically increase their value. Let's go over some of the most valuable ones. Double die obverse, DDO, a doubling effect on the letters or date, making the coin highly collectible. Off-center strike. Some coins were struck off-center, leading to a visually striking and rare variety. Broad struck error. Coins that were struck without the retaining collar can appear wider and flatter, adding significant value. Clipped planchet. A coin with a missing portion due to an error during the striking process, struck on a wrong planchet. Some 1979 quarters were mistakenly struck on nickel or dime planchets, making them extraordinary rarities. If you find any of these error coins in your pocket change, you might be holding a small fortune. So, how much can a 1979 quarter be worth today? While most regular quarters are worth face value, let's take a look at some real-world auction results. A 1979 S Type 2 proof quarter in perfect condition has sold for over $2,500. a high-grade 1979 D quarter with exceptional luster can fetch hundreds of dollars. Rare error coins have been known to bring in thousands, depending on their rarity and condition. Collectors and investors are constantly searching for these gems, and you could be sitting on one right now. If you're wondering how to determine the value of your 1979 quarter, follow these steps. Examine the mint mark. Check if you have a Type 2S proof or a rare error variety. Inspect the condition. Coins in mint state, MS. Condition with no scratches or wear fetch the highest prices. Use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling errors or misstrikes. Get it graded. Sending your coin to professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate its rarity and maximize its value. Sell smartly. Consider online marketplaces, auction houses, or coin dealers to get the best price. And there you have it. The 1979 quarter dollar may seem ordinary, but with the right features, it can be a valuable collector's item. So, before you spend that loose change, take a closer look. You might just strike gold. If you found this video informative and exciting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more numismatic treasures. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable quarter. In today's episode, Happy Coin Hunting, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1974 United States quarter dollar. Could you be holding a rare and valuable coin without even knowing it? Stay tuned as we explore its rich history, minting details, and the shocking values that some of these quarters have reached at auctions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more coin collecting discoveries. The 1974 Washington quarter holds a special place in American numismatics. First, let's take a brief look at its origins. The Washington quarter series was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of the United States' first president, George Washington. Designed by John Flanagan, this quarter quickly became a staple in everyday transactions. By 1974, the U.S. Mint was producing these quarters in massive quantities at 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark, for proof coins. Unlike earlier quarters, which were composed of 90% silver, the 1974 version was struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition due to silver's rising costs. However, some rare error coins from this year have gained incredible value over time. Now let's talk about mint marks and varieties of the 1974 quarter. This coin was minted in 3 different locations: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark; Denver Mint, D mint mark; San Francisco Mint, S mint mark, proof coins. The San Francisco Mint struck proof coins that were intended for collectors rather than general circulation. These proof coins, with their mirror-like finishes, often carry a higher premium depending on their condition. One of the most exciting aspects of the 1974 quarter is its error varieties. Some coins from this year were accidentally struck on 40% silver planchets left over from previous production runs. Others display dramatic minting errors, such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, and clipped planchets, which make them highly desirable to collectors. Now let's talk money. How much can a 1974 quarter be worth? While most 1974 quarters found in pocket change are worth their face value of 25 cents, certain key factors can make them worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Here are some of the most valuable 1974 quarter varieties that have sold for big money. 1974 D double die obverse. Some Denver minted quarters show clear doubling on the obverse front of the coin, especially around Washington's profile and lettering. Depending on the coin's condition, these can sell for anywhere from $100 to $1. 500.1974 S-proof quarters. While normal proof quarters from San Francisco are common, deep cameo examples in pristine condition, graded PR 69 or PR 70, can sell for $500 or more. 1974 quarter struck on a silver planchet. The most exciting error. Some 1974 quarters were mistakenly struck on leftover 40% silver planchets from earlier years. These coins have sold for thousands of dollars at auctions. If you think you have one, weigh it. Silver quarters weigh about 6.25 grams compared to the normal 5.67 grams. In high grades, these rare finds can sell for $10,000 or more. Off-center and clipped planchet errors. If you come across a 1974 quarter with a noticeable off-center strike or a missing portion due to a clipped planchet, hold on to it. These can range from $50 to over $500, depending on the severity of the error. So, how do you check if you have one of these valuable 1974 quarters? Follow these simple steps. Check for a mint mark. Is there a D or S on your quarter? Look for errors. Any doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual features? Weigh the coin. Use a scale to check if it's heavier than a regular clad quarter, 5.67 grams. Get it graded. If you suspect you have a rare variety, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. If you're looking to sell your coin, consider these options: online auctions, eBay, heritage auctions, or Stacksbowers, local coin shops. Visit a reputable dealer for an in-person evaluation. Coin shows, great places to meet collectors and experts who might pay top dollar for your coin. And there you have it. The 1974 Washington quarter may seem like just another coin in your change jar, but it could be worth a small fortune. Always check your pocket change. You never know when you might come across a rare and valuable coin. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more fascinating coin discoveries. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy collecting.